There's this thing called childhood trauma, where he tried to fit in, couldn't fit in some worst case scenarios. He was ostracized, bullied, teased, rejected. And he thought, I'm no good at the social game, so I'm just going to find a special interest of a non-social nature, and I'm going to hyper-focus on that, and I'm just going to detach from the world. Which is not a great move on one hand, because now he's missing opportunities to gain social skills. Then he grows up being on the receiving end of disapproval pretty much his entire life. Then he hooks up with this NT wife, and things go well for a while, but after a short while, she gets unhappy because she's experiencing some of these traits and labeling it something that it's not. And then now you're hooked up with somebody who, now you're on the receiving end again of disapproval. Hey, did you know that females with ASD level 1 often present with a unique set of characteristics that can make diagnosing their disorder very difficult? Also, their strengths often mask their deficits. Now, some autistic females have obvious social difficulties, but others appear to have excellent skills because they imitate the behaviors of others, often without understanding the reason behind those behaviors. Now, there are many autistic-like females who do not receive a diagnosis because, compared to males, they have fairly good social skills, particularly when interacting with others in a one-on-one situation. They also have special interests that are different than males, and they have traits that are different than males. Hey, quick message to neurotypical wives. If you find that your autistic husband does not want to discuss things with you, especially relationship problems, or if you find that he's actually lying to you, either directly or lying by omission, I'm not saying it's right, but he's doing that because he doesn't trust you. Why doesn't he trust you? Because he's afraid to talk about things or uncover things for fear that it will result in conflict, and conflict raises anxiety. So if you find that he's not cooperating with you, he doesn't want to discuss things with you, he's even lying to you, it's all about anxiety reduction. I'm not saying it's right, but he doesn't trust having conversations with you. A quick message to neurodiverse couples. Did you know that the behavior that you point out to your spouse is the behavior that's likely to increase? For example, if you point out the things that they're doing wrong, how they're failing you, how they're falling short, they're likely to increase that behavior to spite you. If you point out what they're doing right and what you appreciate, they're likely to increase that behavior to please you. Hey, did you know that your autistic spouse is allergic to the 3 C's? Yeah, he's allergic to conflict, he's allergic to criticism, and he's allergic to crowds, especially noisy crowds. So when you're trying to make sense of him, think allergy, 3 C's.